What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Gould's Gaming and Tech channel, and as always, I'm bringing you guys some tech, some gaming, whatever you want to call it. We're doing an update on the Tesla Model S Plaid delivery event details. All right, these details are the details you actually care about, so we're not going to sift through the whole presentation. We're just going to hit on some of the things you guys really care about. If you're interested or you're in the market to get a Tesla Model S Plaid, these are the details you're actually gonna care about. So first things first, as always, we are on that race to 1K subs by the end of June. You guys have been awesome supporting the channel. I appreciate it. I know we can make that happen, so feel free to hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. So we're gonna get into some details of this little event here. So what Elon did was very, very genius. He's putting out a good looking, productive electric vehicle. He's putting one on the low spectrum of, or I guess more affordable spectrum for the everyday person, and he's putting one on the higher spectrum. I love how kind of awkward and all over the place Elon is. It's so like authentic, and you can definitely tell he actually cares about what he does. But it's just so interesting to see him sporting the jacket. But we're gonna hit into some things, man. Obviously it's a 4-door vehicle. You can see some specs right there on the screen. That 0 to 60 is under 2 seconds, 1.99 seconds. That's crazy. It has a dual motor, and it's over 400 miles in range, which is pretty good. So if you're looking for like an everyday long range car that you can take on vacation and stuff, that's the one. It's also supposed to be it's gonna be the safest car like ever built, apparently. Now that's a big factor if you're considering buying this vehicle, and definitely if you have a family, it's going to protect you guys if you get in an accident more than any other car. So to me, that would be a selling point on its own. So as you can see, the lowest overall probability of injury in a crash test. He said it still has to be approved and tested by the government, but with Tesla's track record, I would imagine that is not going to be an issue at all. So it also, really quick, it also gets up to 187 miles in 15 minutes at a supercharger station. That's crazy. 200 miles per hour is the top speed with 1020 horsepower. Also gonna have that new battery pack that everybody's looking for, so definitely will be way more efficient as far as the battery. As you can see in the design details, it has that yoke steering wheel. I know a lot of people were criticizing that yoke steering wheel, wondering how that's gonna function. But if you think about it, when you take your driving test, your hands are supposed to be at 10 and 2 anyway. It just took out that extra on the top. You don't need that anyway. It is what it is. And it also gives you a better view of your dash. And it's also a larger cabin, so it's a little bit more space in the back for the backseat passengers, so you won't be uncomfortable when you're in there. And the yoke steering wheel is definitely optimized for that autopilot. With that top portion being cut off, you'll be able to see all your information that is really important right in front of you. So in that regard, it's really good. And in the same note, it also pairs with multiple Bluetooth devices at the same time. I think he said up to 5 or 6 Bluetooth devices at the same time. So I would imagine that part would be kind of aggravating, people changing the music at the same time or wanting to listen to one thing, taking phone calls. But I'm pretty sure they worked out those kinks. But I would see how it would be handy if someone wants to watch like maybe a movie or play video games or whatever. But we're going to get into that a little bit later. That center display is also a 17-inch touchscreen display, so it's a little bit larger than the Model 3. I think the Model 3 is 15. And as you can see on the screen, like I said, they have the redesigned second row, so it's maximizing that leg room as much as possible. And this is more so a family-sized sedan, so it's supposed to be larger to fit everyone a lot more comfortably. So what Elon expressed during this event was that their main focus was on the entertainment, of all things, which is crazy. Yeah, that's their main focus, but they definitely pay attention to everything else like design, safety, and all that stuff. But their main focus is entertainment. They have a 22 speaker system which is crazy. I know Lucid, I think theirs was listed at like 21 speakers. I don't know if that extra speaker makes a difference, but you know, to each his own. And that speaker system is just supposed to give you like way more of a immersive experience. And also, they have software in the car. It's supposed to be like a smart car. It's supposed to pay attention to your habits, pick up everything, and just remember how you drive. So when you're approaching the vehicle, just like on the Model 3 now, with your phone, it automatically unlocks. But apparently on this Model S, the door handle actually opens up for you, which is a pretty cool feature. And obviously you have to have that Tesla app, and you know, everything has to be in sync for it to do that. It won't just do it on its own. All the vents, they're hidden. You can't see any of the vents. So just like in the Model 3, you just touch the screen on where you want the air to go, but you won't see where the air is coming from. Or you can see it on the screen, but you won't see the actual vents. It's just gonna hit you and you're gonna feel it. So I think that feature is pretty cool, that they kind of have that stuff hidden, because if technically Elon's way of things is, if it doesn't need to be there, if you don't need to put your input in it, take it out. So that's a cool feature, and I kind of agree with that. And also, since the car is super intelligent and supposed to like pay attention to your driving habits, apparently it's supposed to know when and how you want to shift gears. So if you get in the car, when you unlock the car and you sit inside, it's just supposed to drive. Like the car's supposed to learn your driving habits and know you're supposed to that you want to drive forward. My only issue with that is it's saying it's supposed to know when you want to go in reverse as well. But if you're someone that doesn't typically take the same routes to work, or you're going on a road trip, or whatever the case is, you travel for work and you could be traveling to different locations on different days, whatever the case is, I'm interested to see how the vehicle is going to account for that. But yeah, as you can see, that it was that 22 speaker system, and it's all new UI on the 17-inch screen. It's all new UI, so you can move around the, I guess they're considered widgets maybe, on the 17-inch touchscreen display, but you can move things around. And as you can see right there, you can see where all the speakers are. So it's really supposed to create like this immersive environment, definitely for entertainment purposes. But the UI, as you can see on the screen, you can swipe things, move things around, drag things down. You can't really do this on the models that are out now. Whether this will be a software update for all of the models, all of the newer models, I don't know, but I would imagine so. They're pretty uniform across the board. It's just, I think it'll hit this feature first. Now, this is something that is very interesting and that I care about probably the most. It has PS5 computer performance in the car. Now, this is something that no other vehicle has, and I think this will be a game changer for Tesla, that it has PS5 power, as far as computing power, installed within the car. Now, I'm a PS5 guy. You guys know that. If you've been watching the channel, you know that I'm heavy on the PS5. Very heavy on the PS5. So if this car has a computer chip or software that complements that PS5, or is very similar, if not the same, to the PS5, I would imagine that entertainment experience, that gaming experience, will definitely be one to kind of pay attention to, and will be another selling point. Because if you have a family and you're having your family in a car, you want to entertain the kids. Look at this. He's playing Cyberpunk in the car. And I have Cyberpunk as well, and I know it takes a lot of computing power to play Cyberpunk without any issues, without any glitches, because we all know how Cyberpunk, that launch went. But to be able to play this without any issues in the car is a big hats off to Tesla, because that's probably the toughest game to make run smoothly, because it's just not that it's a bad game, but it's just so much going on. So to have the power to do that, hats off to them. And another thing, with the horsepower, with the 2021 Plaid, as you can see, it remains at that 1020 horsepower all the way up to 200 miles an hour. So you're getting that constant power like straight on through, which is great. And then also, deliveries start now. So like I said, hopefully I can provide you guys with enough information here. If you're interested in the vehicle, go ahead, order yours up. Deliveries will be starting now. I would imagine it's gonna get slowly pushed out, so don't expect yours to come in a month or two. Just be patient. But yeah, if you're interested, buy one now. As always, this is gonna be the video. You guys, you're freaking awesome. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like if you're enjoying the content, you're picking up what I'm putting down, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace. Let's get it.